Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Flowers in Watering Can set. This is set number 31149. It has 420 pieces, and I paid $30 for this set. This is one of the new Creator 3-in-1s for 2024. I think it came out January 1st. It's one of the ones that when it was announced, when it was released, leaked, all that stuff, I was really interested in. If you've seen my other videos, I talk about this a lot. I really love Lego Botanicals and that line of sets, but I also love like Lego flowers and kind of greenery and other stuff from other sets as well. And I also really loved like the insect collection, and I also am looking forward to like the fauna kingfisher collection thing, and I loved the Friends Botanical Garden and all this wonderful stuff. And this seemed sort of in line with some of those. I thought it was really cute, a good idea, and the alternate builds look kind of interesting as well. So I did want to pick this up, and I thought maybe the value was going to make sense, and so I got it. So in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put together the main model of this set, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. And then in subsequent videos, I will put together one of the alternate models and give my thoughts on that, and then I'll give my thoughts on the third alternate model in a third video. So while I build the main model here, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So, until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build process for the main model of this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Flowers in Watering Can set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. We are starting off here with the watering can kind of base here, and there's some really interesting techniques and piece usages in here. A lot of stuff, including these eye tiles and some of the curves in there that will never be seen at all based on how this model is going to look at the end. There's a lot of studs on the side bricks here, so we work on the panels. This is the one for the handle there. I was surprised at how robust the handle was. And we add the side panels, and then we add this spout. In the next bag of pieces, we can work on all of the flowers. So we do the flower stems there, and then the flowers are all pretty similar to each other. They're actually the exact same, just color swaps. So there's some repetition there. I don't mind that necessarily. I like botanicals, and they often have repetition. And I did have a little bit of trouble with this set in particular because of some of the colors here seemed to be very, very similar to me. So you can kind of see me wrestling with that at this moment, because I'm not sure if I did it 100% correctly, and that's going to continue into the alternate models for this set too, because some of these colors just look too close to me to be able to differentiate, because I am colorblind. But now we're here working on the butterflies. Again, like the flowers, these are all pretty much identical, just some color swaps, a little bit of repetition there, not terrible. And as we're finishing it up, thank you, and now on to my review for this set. Okay, so this is the main build for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Flowers in a Watering Can set. Just full disclosure, I built this months ago. This set released, I think, January 1st of 2024. Maybe it was like revealed in late December of 2023. This is one that I got kind of immediately. I like Creator 3-in-1s. I like botanical collection stuff. And I was just really interested in this one in terms of value and everything else. And it feels similar to me in many ways to the ukulele set, which I haven't looked at on the channel yet, and the roller skate set, because those were all $30. This was $30. I think they can be found on sale at this point sometimes, but they all were kind of Creator 3-in-1 things, but were kind of display oriented, which I thought was a bit interesting for this type of set. And I built this a long time ago, and I'm only now, as of June 2024, recording my review of it. So it's been a little while since I've built this, but we will go through it, and then in subsequent videos I'll be talking about the alternate models for this set. And I know there's at least one community made model that I would like to make with this and talk about. I just have to check with the designer of that community made model, and maybe I'll be able to make a video about that. Maybe more than one from this set, but anyway, here is the main build. So as you can see, it is a pretty clear watering can. It's yellow, kind of has this spout here, and then it has flowers growing out of it, as well as there's 3 flowers and 3 butterflies. So when building this, we start with kind of the base for the watering can here. And actually this was really interesting because, as you can see, there's a lot of studs on the side, or studs not on top. All of this, there's no studs visible around here, not really any on the handle or on the spout or anything like that. So they did a really good job with the shaping of this. This is pretty easy to see how it's done, these panels. I think the sides here give a little or tell a little bit of a different story, in that there's like lots of plates and brackets used in here, all up and down, to really make that, as well as like carving out the opening down here. And then within this, I don't think I'm going to take it apart at all to really be able to show, unless I can get one of these like side panels off relatively easily. But there's some interesting things in here that I didn't anticipate, and I'll kind of point those out in the instruction manual, because they're not really Easter eggs, but they're just unique kind of choices. So a lot of studs on the side bricks. We do use these like archway bricks in just the center, so those aren't visible. Here we put in some tiles that are on like the very base, but on the inside of the watering can. And then we use like a lot of different pieces to kind of make this up. And I thought that was interesting. It appears to me that like these tiles are maybe used in the other alternate models for this set, and so they found a place to put them in here, even though they don't offer too much in terms of this. Like same with these ones, because I know those are used on at least one of the alternate models. And then going up from that, there's even something quite interesting in here, which uses these curved bricks, and we put a couple eye tiles in there. There's an eye tile right here, and that's because those eye tiles, those printed eye tiles, are going to be used in one of the other alternate builds, so they found a way to get them in here, which is interesting to see. The designer kind of thinking about, okay, if this is the set, this is what I want the alternate models to be, so where can I fit these pieces in the main model, even if they're not visible or they don't make sense in or have little impact in terms of structural integrity or design, how can I fit them in there? And they did a really good job here. So that was pretty cool to see, and all of this kind of follows through that, and you can kind of see how this is all built up. So this is the kind of front area where the spout comes out of. So we have some different like archway bricks and all different stuff there. So that's really cool. We do have the handle over here. It is very sturdy. I mean, it can disconnect at various places, either like here or at the spots there, but it is all held together pretty good. I think it looks right. These curves are very, very nice, and it just fits. I like the use of these rounded curved corner pieces for the top there. I also really appreciate the use of this Technic piece for kind of the spout, so this can be, you know, like poured out to water flowers. In this case, it is using a watering can as a type of planter, which is something that I've seen even family members do, and I think it's a kind of a neat little thing. So then we have the 3 flowers. Now I do love botanicals. These three flowers are all the same. They just are with different colors here. So this one looks to me kind of like blue. This one's maybe pink or purplish, and this one's kind of a orangish color there. We do have leaf pieces around the bottom as well, and they all have like two of these leaf pieces. So two there, two there, two there that kind of hang out. They're all kind of at an angle. You can see we have those ratchet pieces in there, and unfortunately those are gray, light bluish gray and dark bluish gray. So if they were in like brown or green, maybe that would have been a little bit better, but you can't see them super easily, and that's fine. I was a little bit disappointed because the flowers are all identical in that they use the same pieces and pretty much the same configuration of pieces. So the petals for all of these are just, let me grab one of each here. There we go. So it's like an inverted tile of a slightly more muted color there. On the bottom, they have a clear clip piece in there, or the inverted slope there rather, and then they have the kind of slope on the top with a different color that maybe complements the other one and matches with the rest of the flower. We do put a little stud in all of those as well, which achieves a nice shape, I think, for these flower petals. They all get clipped on here, kind of surrounding the middle of the plant there, and that's fine. I think they look nice, but I maybe would have liked for a little more difference between them besides just color. It would have made the build less repetitive and a little more interesting to me, and also make it visually not as same all the way through, because to me this does kind of suffer from having the same building techniques and the same pieces used for all these flowers, even if they are supposed to be flowers of the same type. I don't know if it's, what kind of flower these are supposed to represent, but I think it would have benefited from maybe changing that up. And then besides those flowers, we have 3 butterflies. Now this again was a little bit disappointing to me because, well, I'm colorblind, but it appears to me that these butterflies are kind of in similar shades and similar colors as the flowers, which I maybe would have preferred them to also be different. These are brick-built butterflies. They're not too advanced. They can't like super easily flap their wings. They're nothing like the butterfly in the insect collection set, or I think that was Ideas, but also whatever. And also there was an alternate build for a Lego Creator 3-in-1. The Peacock, I think, had a dragonfly and maybe a butterfly alternate build, I think, but I guess I'm not maybe remembering. And that one was bigger than these, so it had more detail and different building techniques. I mean, I'm glad to see butterflies done in a different way. They're done well. We can kind of see the body area has like black running through it. We do have kind of a the mouth that butterflies might use to get at pollen or whatever, kind of the bucket handle for the antenna here. We use one of these kind of smaller stud on the side bricks and some different stuff down on the bottom, a curved kind of plate there. And again, like the flowers, the butterflies are all the same. The only difference is like where they use different colors. So this one, we have some different colors down here, maybe some different colors in the middle there. I could have messed that up just as my color blindness made manifest. Here I can clearly see where the different colors are, but there's also, I think, like a little other kind of spots of a different yellow in there. And then looking at this one, we have the different colors that again are kind of easily identifiable to me, and I'm not sure if there's any more in this one that I'm not seeing. It's just it's hard for me to tell. And these, I think it's not that bad that they're all the same kind of pieces, same building techniques. Butterflies are, for are different or can be very different depending on the species or the type. And I don't even know if within the same species they have unique kind of patterning on their wings. Not patterning in like the grand sense, like a monarch is going to look like a monarch, but I think there might be some differences between the wings of one monarch and another one when compared, and so they might like look very similar but also have differences. These appear to be, 3 different kinds of butterflies on here. Maybe we have 3 different kinds of flowers. It just isn't as impactful to me as I think it could be if they were a little more, I guess, unique and different to each other. I think there's potential that this could have also benefited from maybe a small Lego bee, not necessarily a tile that has the bee like printed on it, but a small buildable Lego bee somewhere could have been nice, maybe in addition to this, or maybe in like substituting in for one of the butterflies. But that's kind of everything there. Again, we use like a couple bricks, a lot of like inverted slopes, curved pieces, inverted slopes, nice curves here all the way through. And I think this looks really good. It's interesting that this is a Creator 3-in-1, which ostensibly is marketed more towards the younger side of the Lego audience or the Lego community, but it is, in my mind, a display-oriented set. So I don't know if there's a ton of play potential with this. These butterflies, could potentially be detached. They're actually attached on a relatively new piece, which is these curved bar elements that I think first appeared maybe in that Spider-Man No Way Home final battle scene there. So we have those, which are nice. They're used to nice effect here, and they're, because they're translucent and they're relatively thin, it is pretty easy to miss those and kind of keep up the illusion that the butterflies are flying and hovering around here. And we can use those to kind of position the butterflies. They use a Technic axle down there, so we could like rotate these, but we'd have to pop them out and put them back in. You can see down in the middle we do have like brown, being some dirt or topsoil or something in there. It's a little hard to see just because of the lighting here. And then the flowers can kind of be rotated a little bit, positioned. They could be leaned different at different angles. So this one's kind of facing up more, this one's a little bit down, and this one's maybe down another notch further. The petals can all be articulated. The leaves can be moved around relatively easily. And so you can kind of customize this to make it the most appealing to you. It would also be possible to move these butterflies to different positions. This one could be over here, and this one could be over here, and this one could be over here, or just rotate them all, or just swap one or two of them, or whatever. That could also give a different impression, and maybe that would help to me because it wouldn't appear so much like there's butterflies that are similar colors to the flowers they are attracted to. And I'm not sure in nature if there's any connection between the color of the wings of the butterfly and the flowers that they are most commonly seen by, but maybe that could help kind of spice this up a little bit and make it a little more unique and visually interesting. But I think it's a competent build. There's really good stuff in here. It feels very finished. It feels very display piece to me. It's not, like I said, up to the I don't know if intensity is the right word, but it's not exactly the same kind of stuff you might see in a botanical collection. It's close, but not really. I think those are usually a little more elegant, a little more inventive with their piece uses, and also their building techniques. Same with the insect collection or other Lego bugs and insects in different form. This almost feels a little bit like a kind of a cartoonified version of that, which is nice and appropriate for this type of set. Scale wise, I actually think the butterflies are quite big, and the flowers are quite big, and maybe the watering can is a bit small, but in some ways I think it's pretty good scale wise. And so this can set down. It has a flat bottom here. It's well balanced. It could also be moved around by different things. There's really no bad viewing angles for this, just because it looks great all the way around, and every kind of angle of it was considered, at least to some extent. That's how it appears to me. And then I do commend the designer or designers for knowing what the alternate builds are going to be, and kind of making accommodations within the main build that allows for those pieces to be in the set. So that's really, really cool. And I just think it's an interesting thing. And the ukulele and the roller skate, and to some extent the retro camera and its alternate builds kind of are in this weird spot between play and display, considering the age range and the audience that might be most interested in these. But this is really cute. I could see people, very much having this on their desk, having this in maybe not the window so it doesn't damage, the sun doesn't damage any of the pieces, but like around their house to add a little bit of color, a little bit of pop, without having to take care of anything there. It's just a nice little thing. It's not too big, not too small. It just feels pretty good. So generally I like it. I could not find my little bag of extra pieces for this set in particular, but I will put a kind of picture of all the extra pieces over here in the editing process so we can see those. The main ones are going to be like the bucket handle here, the hollow stud with the bar coming off of it for the like mouths there, any of these one by one kind of stud pieces in the different colors. There's going to be an extra of the eye tile because that's used inside and used in other parts of the build. And I think that's like most of the extra pieces, just any of your small one by ones, your studs, your tiles, your slopes, different things like that are light enough that Lego would put an extra piece in there just in case. But like I said, I'll show that over in this area so you can have a better idea of that in placement of where I would normally hold the pieces up to the camera and kind of talk about them. And this set is 420 pieces and it retails for $30. I paid $30. I think this might be on sale for 20% off, which is $6 off, which brings it to $24, which feels like a good deal. I would have liked to get this on sale. The ukulele and the roller skate are also $30 with, I think, roughly the same or similar kind of piece counts and some similarities in color and design philosophy, I think, as well, which is very cool. There are some more recent $30 Creator 3-in-1s like the hamster wheel and the sea animals and different things that I'd be interested in looking at. But then like the retro camera and the peacock and different things. There was one with a truck and a helicopter. Those were all in the $20 range. So these are the $30 range. And then there's like the let's see, the giraffe, which is a bit more, the astronaut, which is a bit more kind of at a higher price range there, but I'm really looking forward to the Giraffe Creator 3-in-1 and all the alternates, as well as the newer one that's kind of like a fox, really detailed brick built animal in a fox there, and both of those I'm very interested in. But in this case, we have this one. I think the value makes sense. I mean, if it's 10 cents per piece, we don't have any printed pieces in here, also no stickers. Well, we do have the printed eyes, but they're not visible. There's nothing like terribly special about this, but I think the price makes sense. If it's over 400 pieces and it's, less than $40, that feels about right. There are a lot of small pieces in here, but some just average size Lego pieces as well. I think the sale price of 20% off would be great. I think 10% off would be pretty good too, which would, bring us to $27. That feels really good. I know that there is some debate about the piece count of this set and its affiliation with other things. I think there's historically been times where Lego and other toy companies have avoided using that specific number and adding one piece or taking away one piece. I don't know if Lego no longer is concerned about that, or if this slipped by, or if there was no way to add another piece, or to remove a piece. So I know there was some thing about that, and I actually think there was a Marvel set that had the same exact piece count as this, and that one retailed for like $80, but it was Marvel and Disney and whatever. But it's just an interesting thing to make note of. I don't have any personal feelings about the piece number of this set, and I don't feel too I'm just not like too invested in it. It doesn't bother me. I'm not sure if there's a great reason to not allow people of all ages to see certain numbers. I know that certain numbers have certain affiliations with other things that are maybe less appropriate for people of different cultures and creeds and kinds and ages and all this different stuff. I'm not personally very concerned about that, but I did want to point it out because it is something that is, I think, worthwhile to consider for whatever reason. I think for the Lego company to consider, but also for other people to consider. I actually think Jang has more issues than I do with like the number of pieces that are in this set that is put on the box and all that stuff. I am sympathetic to Jang's kind of take on that. I'm just not 100% on the same side. It's sort of inconsequential to me. But as far as value goes, 400 plus pieces and for $30 or potentially, less, feels all right. And when I'm considering value, I also have to take into account that I get 2 more builds with these same pieces, plus maybe more, plus whatever else, which is one of the reasons I really like Creator 3-in-1s. So I feel, at least with this main model, I don't know if this feels like a $30 set to me. It's close based on everything that's in here, but just the size wise might not be right on the money for me. But it's definitely not like an obscene overprice or anything like that. So I'm happy and comfortable where the price was. I think on sale it's probably going to be available on sale pretty readily, especially at this point after the release and going forward. But I really enjoyed putting this together. I enjoyed talking about it. It's maybe the longest time between building something and talking about something I've taken yet, although there are other sets that might beat this that I maybe even built before this and haven't made a video reviewing them yet, or other stuff. So I kind of have a backlog of sets I recorded the build process for but did not fully record the review for yet, and I'll get to those in the near future. Some of them are very, very cool, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also looking forward to the alternate builds for this set. So in a subsequent video, I'll be taking this one apart and putting together this one, which is like a rain boot, or a, what do they call those, like galoshes or something, kind of like a rubber rain boot in the yellow that is also used as a planter for flowers. The flowers do look a bit different than the ones here. And then the third alternate build, or the last one here, is these birds and some flowers. And I like building Lego birds, Lego insects, Lego flowers, and different things. I like when a Lego flower set comes with its own kind of planter or whatever to display them, like the orchid, the birds of paradise, the bonsai tree, and there's some, I think, leaked botanical ones coming for a lower price point that also come with a pot. There was also the gift with purchase one that came with that, or like recently the flower trellis one that kind of had a thing to it. So I do appreciate that. This fits in that. It fills those categories, and so do the alternate builds. So I'm excited about that, and overall I like it. So if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including the alternate builds for this set, as well as other Lego Creator 3-in-1s, and then tons of other Lego sets from all different themes, all different shape, size, price point, piece count, old sets, new sets, retired sets, used sets, big, small, everything in between. So subscribe so you don't miss those upcoming Lego videos. And then if people wanted to support this channel by giving the channel money, you can do that on YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. So if you're interested and able and have desire to give to the channel, you know, those options are out there, and it's not needed, it's not necessary, but it is appreciated, and it'll all go back into the channel and allow me to continue to do this. I don't necessarily see for any reason I would need to stop doing this as is, but it just would, you know, ease up a little bit of the cost, and also allow me to spend more time editing them, more time and, you know, stuff for different equipment to improve my audio, improve my video, and my work area and everything. But you know, I do pay for all these sets with my own money, as well as my equipment. I do edit things myself, so I'm kind of just doing it all alone. And if there's options for people to, you know, give back, that's appreciated. And I love doing this, so very, very happy to do it, you know, in any capacity at all. So that's that. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.